Hi Taurus, welcome to your love reading for January 2020, and thanks to everyone who did message me telling me that I did not post a reading. I did accidentally post 2 readings for the sign of Capricorn, my bad. So here's your reading for January, and you did have 2 jumping cards. Let me show you what they are. You have the Emperor, and you have the Fool. Now, normally I would kind of go into what I'm getting from the cards, but before I even shuffled the deck, I was getting the message for some of you, and this could just be for one person who needs to hear this. I feel like if this makes no sense to you, then just wait for me to do the actual reading here. I feel like somebody needs to hear, especially with these cards here. I feel like somebody is trying to have too much control over a new beginning in a relationship, where it's a really time to let go, to move on. I did hear the words manipulation and even kind of like spiritual or psychic manipulation. I feel like somebody out there needs to hear that you can't make someone return. You can't make someone come back to you who does not want to come back. They're not going to come back. And again, I feel like this message might be just for one person out there. That, you know, with the Emperor is someone who is not going to say, this is someone who's not going to take no for an answer. This is someone who wants to take charge, who wants to feel like I am in control. And this is about a new beginning. And you could, be in control as far as a new beginning for your life, but you're not going to be in control as far as a new beginning involving someone else, unless that's what they want. And I do feel for someone out there, you need to hear that this is not what someone wants. They already moved on with someone else. Okay, so that is just, that something came up. It may not apply to you. You may be thinking, what in the hell is she talking about? If it's not for you, you're not going to know. You're going to know that's not for you. If it is for you, then you heard it. Okay, this is a love reading for the sign of Taurus for January 2020. 10 of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for January. King of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for January. Knight of Cups. The Fool. So here it is again. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for January. The Tower. The 6 of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for January. The World. The 4 of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for January. And Temperance. What's the most important thing that Taurus needs to hear about their love life for January 2020? The message you have, Taurus, is the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands does represent caution, being very protective, very on guard, very, you want to be protective that you're not hurt. So we'll come back to this card in a minute and see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Let's go ahead and start at the top. If you would like a private reading with me, I'll put a link down below to my website, channelguidance.com. Okay, so what we have here, there is a lot of relationship energy for the sign of Taurus. You start off with the 10 of Cups, and you have the Knight of Cups, and you've got an Earth sign here right in the middle. For many of you, this is you. This would be Taurus, but it can also be Virgo or Capricorn, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. For many of you, I just feel like it's you. It's for the sign of Taurus. There is strong relationship energy. The 10 of Cups, this is a happily ever after. This can be your life partner, the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. This is a marriage. This is children. There is a movement around you as far as this coming in for you. You have the Knight of Cups. It can be that some of you, maybe you're keeping this energy at a distance because you have the 9 of Wands. Which is being very kind of paranoid, on guard, protective. Maybe you've been hurt and you're not wanting to let someone in. You do have the Tower. Let me show you the next row here. You have the Tower. So some of you, if you're ready to move on, and again, that, kind of introduction, the message that I have for somebody that needs to move on, it could apply to some of you, maybe not in the way that you're trying to spiritually or psychically manipulate someone, but maybe you just, you need this new beginning in your life. There is a very kind of shocking twist here with the Tower, and since it's right next to the Fool, which ironically came up at the beginning of the reading with that weird message that I had, that someone's trying to control someone to come back. It could be that if you just let go and you're willing to accept this new beginning into your life, you will be shocked at the victory that will surround you when it comes to your love life. I feel like some of you could be meeting your life partner, the 10 of Cups. Again, that is a happily ever after, but not if you're kind of on guard here, or wanting to stay in your safe place, trying to hold on to someone that already moved on a long time ago and doesn't want you back. Again, that's not going to apply to everyone. I don't want to put that in everybody's head, But I mean, somebody out there needs to hear that. There is victory for the sign of Taurus, because there is, you know, there is a surprise here for you in the month of January. There is a new beginning. I feel like if you're willing to take a giant leap of faith and trusting that, hey, there could be somebody new, or, you know, taking a giant leap of faith that maybe things could still work out in this marriage or in this relationship, or I can meet somebody new. I don't have to hide. You won't be disappointed in the month of January. There is love around you, literally. Here is Taurus. Here's love and marriage, and there's a lot of movement here, even a proposal with the Knight of Cups. Now, down here at the bottom, you have the World, the Four of Pentacles, and Temperance. So Temperance can represent the sign of Sagittarius. But you also have this message that, guess what? It's time to let go of the past. You have the World, which, you know, this is a card of endings, closure. You may need closure in the month of January to have this new beginning with the Fool, to take advantage of this Tower energy that is bringing you a surprise. And the surprise is positive. You have the Six of Wands. It's victory. This is what you want. But if you keep going back and trying to open a door that doesn't want to open for you, then you're going to be miserable. I mean, you have the Four of Pentacles here. So someone is desperately trying to cling to the past, because again, this is holding on really tight. And here, you know, you're refusing to close the door to the past. You had that Emperor energy of like, no, I want to be in control. I'm going to be the one who closes that door. Well, if you kind of keep waiting for that, then you're wasting a lot of time, because you do have a lot of positive energy here as far as any relationship, victory. You know, there's a lot of movement around your love life, but you do have to let go of expectations. Maybe you have to let go of someone from the past. Not everyone, because we are going to do the X spread, and it could be very positive. I feel like this is just for maybe just one person. Again, I feel like that person would know who they are. It's like you can't keep holding on, because you're just hurting yourself, no one else. You also have Temperance, which is telling you that, you know, it's time to kind of bring everything back into balance as far as your life. This is a card of compassion, of healing. I feel like there's healing that needs to happen around you. Those of you that refuse to let go. Maybe you need to kind of forgive yourself. Maybe you need to forgive someone else. This person from the past, from the World card. This is telling you, you know, that it's just, you know, it's time for healing so that you can be ready for this new opportunity, this new relationship with the Fool and the Tower. Okay, let's get a few more. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus for January 2020? You have the High Priestess, the Page of Cups, and the Hierophant. So ironically, the Hierophant also represents your energy, Taurus. So you're being told here, you know, when it comes to your love life in the month of January, trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. If your intuition is telling you that, you know, someone still cares, again, that person must be giving you some type of message that they still care, or they don't. The High Priestess is telling you your intuition is strong. Also, there's a lot of spiritual guidance here. To me, the Hierophant is a card of soul family, kindred spirits, knowing where you belong and who you belong with. For many of you in the month of January, there can be communication with this Page of Cups. This is a card of someone communicating about their love, declaring their love for you, or someone telling you they still love you. Again, this could take you totally by surprise with the Tower. Like, you're blown away. What? You still care? You still love me? I thought you hated me. You know, I just see that kind of message here. It's just like, you know, your intuition was right all along. Your intuition is strong, and there's communication here as far as someone telling you that they care, but it can also be somebody new. It can also be somebody that you're meeting because you're letting go. You're letting go. You're not holding on to the past, because I do feel somebody need to hear that. The past is not going to return. And the more that you dwell on it, the more that you're just lowering your vibration and wasting your precious time. For many of you, though, there can be communication, someone telling you they still care. Again, trust your intuition. Okay, let's get a few more from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus for January 2020? You have the Eight of Wands, Two of Cups, and the Five of Wands. What's the most important thing that Taurus needs to hear about their love life for January 2020? Yeah, you have the Ace of Wands. This is a whole new beginning for you. This can definitely be a new relationship, because you also have the Fool here. This is a clean slate. Like, you can start over again from scratch. This can definitely be starting over perhaps in a relationship, but there's been a lot of issues, because I do see that here. You have the Five of Wands, which can be conflict in a soulmate relationship, because you do have a strong soulmate relationship here. These are two people who have a very close emotional bond, but there's a lot of bickering here. So it could be that you're in this relationship, but you're having a lot of issues right now, a lot of power struggles. With the Five of Wands, this is just pettiness. It's small stuff. It's just, you're just bickering, tearing each other apart. There is change here. You have the Eight of Wands. This is the change you've been longing for. Maybe you've been waiting for someone to be ready for commitment, or someone to be ready for marriage. I do see a possible proposal here, and a very kind of shocking change with the Tower. But the Eight of Wands means that, you know, this development that you've been waiting with the soulmate in your life, like, it's coming. The Eight of Wands can even represent travel. Someone could be traveling to meet the soulmate. But I do feel like you have a soulmate in your life right now. This is someone that you're already dealing with, someone you're in love with, but there is a struggle going on here. Someone is very conflicted about maybe moving on with you or being in a relationship with you. Let's see what else stands out from this deck before I move on to the X spread. So I definitely see, you know, a lot of relationship energy around you. I did want to get one more confirmation card for the King of Pentacles to see what is around it. For many of you, this is just you, but it can also be another earth sign. What confirmation is there for the King of Pentacles for the sign of Taurus for January 2020? Yeah, the Magician. Like, this is about manifesting. You can manifest a beautiful relationship. The Ten of Cups, this is a relationship that will make you very happy. This is even marriage, children, a very happy home. There will be movement in your life, movement in your love life. Like, you have the power to manifest this in the month of January. Again, you have the Fool, which also jumped at the beginning of the reading. But, and there's a but for everyone, because these cards are in the reading, you do have to let go of the past. And again, that Four of Pentacles is someone who's like, nope, I'm not going to let go. I don't care what anyone says or what reading says what. I'm not going to let go. And this is refusing to close the door to the past. For some of you, like, you need to do that. And it could be that some of you are conflicted about doing this. There is a true soulmate here. Someone that you truly belong with. The energy of the Hierophant. A kindred spirit. A soulmate. I just realized you have both soulmate cards. But the key to all of this is letting go, you know, maybe of that place where you know you don't belong. You know it. Don't try to change it. Don't try to manipulate it. You don't belong there. You have all the power with the Magician. You have the power to bring in this happiness that is waiting for you. But you also have the power to keep yourself in this place where you're stuck. You're not going anywhere because you're refusing to let go of something that is not even there anymore. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the X spread. Okay, Taurus, let's go ahead and see what's going on between you and your ex for the month of January. Taurus and their ex for January 2020. Five of Pentacles. Taurus and their ex for January. Knight of Swords. Taurus and their ex for January. Four of Wands. Taurus and their ex for January. Page of Wands. Taurus and their ex for January. Ten of Wands. Taurus and their ex for January. King of Pentacles. So your energy is here again. Taurus and their ex for January. Ace of Cups. Taurus and their ex for January. Ten of Pentacles. And Four of Swords. So you definitely have kind of conflicting messages here. Your energy is right here. As an earth sign, you are the King of Pentacles. Your ex could also be an earth sign. I feel like someone, you know, you're tired. I feel like some of you may have been trying to kind of heal the relationship with your ex, and maybe you've done everything that you can. The Ten of Wands is like someone who's exhausted, like tired, like, damn, I've tried everything, nothing works. This is also a heavy burden around your relationship. You do have the Page of Wands, so some of you, there can be communication with your ex in the month of January, even though I feel some of you are exhausted, tired of trying. There is here like some, like, you know, some sense of hope. There could be good news. Let's go ahead and start at the top. You have the Five of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Four of Wands. So even though we're asking about an ex here, you still have a relationship here. You have commitment. You have, this could be a marriage, a long-term relationship. I do feel like someone is feeling really abandoned. To me, the Five of Pentacles is someone who has been ghosted, abandoned, someone who's who just feels really kind of emotionally shut out. Someone feels lonely. There could be a very unexpected change here with the Knight of Swords. Like everything changes. It could be someone changes their mind about you. Again, a relationship is still here. Like this is still literally on the table for you as a possibility. Anything could change. You did have the Tower in the first spread, and then you have the Knight of Swords here. Now in the next row, like I said, I see you here, and I feel like you're tired. Maybe you're tired of trying to get things back on track with your ex. I did feel in the first reading that I did that for some of you, but I feel like it's not for everyone. I feel like maybe one person, but I feel like there could even be a few where like you definitely, please, you've got to move on. There is zero hope. And I hate to say that in a reading, but it came up for the sign of Leo, and I received so many emails saying, thank you. I needed to hear that. I do feel like if you've tried everything and like, dude, it's not been like, you know, a few weeks. I feel like if it's an ex where it's been a few weeks, few days, you know, there's glitches here and there. You could still bring, you know, heal things. If it's been like months, you've got a problem. And I feel like if you've tried everything, it's time to move on. But again, for those of you where it's been recent, there's still a chance of change here with the Page of Wands. This is change. This is good news coming to you. Perhaps your ex still cares. There can still be a relationship. Down here, you know, I see the same thing. You've got relationship energy here in the Ten of Pentacles. This is, you know, a long-term relationship, marriage. You have a new beginning. I feel, and I see someone here thinking about you. And I feel like this is for those of you where your breakup, like this is a recent ex. This is not someone from like months or years ago. No. You need to move on. This is somewhere where maybe there's been a misunderstanding. It's been a few days, a few hours, maybe in a few weeks. Someone is doing a lot of soul searching about a new beginning. I feel like someone feels like, damn, this person completely abandoned me. That was cruel. That was disgusting. This person is still thinking of you with the Four of Swords. They're meditating on perhaps giving you a second chance, a new beginning. I feel like there could be good news coming to the sign of Taurus about their ex. Okay, let's get a few more. Let's see what else comes up for you. Taurus and their ex for January 2020. Yeah, I mean, look at this. 10 of Cups. You did have this also in the first spread. Wow, you have the soulmate card again. So some of you, you know, it's... Yeah, I mean, you have the King of Wands here, which would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Again, you know, some of you could have been pissed off because I said, you know, you need to move on. But that was not a message for everyone. I feel like maybe just one person, and that person knows who they are. They need to hear that, like, you need to move on because that, you know, whoever it is you're fixated on has already moved on and doesn't care. But for others, you have soulmate energy here again, telling you that, you know, this person maybe that you had a falling out with, maybe, you know, it's just been a few days, a few hours, a few weeks, a month or two. There's still a soulmate connection here. There can still be a happily ever after. You have two relationship cards, and not just relationship cards, marriage cards side by side. This person still sees you as a true soulmate. They may have abandoned you, but you're still being thought of with love. You also, I mean, it could be that maybe your ex is the fire sign. Again, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. Let me see what comes up as confirmation around this person. What confirmation is there for Taurus for the King of Wands? What energy is around this person? Yeah, look at this. This person wants a new beginning. This person wants a new beginning. This is a clean slate. They want to start over. They want to remove this burden from your path. Again, they're doing a lot of thinking about you, Taurus. I feel like this person truly wants a new beginning. You've got new beginning here, new beginning here. Okay, let's get some from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus about their ex for January 2020? Nice. You've got the Lovers. The Page of Wands. Look at this. You've got the Page of Wands next to the Page of Wands. This is good news coming to the sign of Taurus. This is excitement. This is change. Page of Pentacles. So we've got 3 pages now right next to each other. This is communication. So many of you, this could be a really good time to communicate with your ex, work things out. Again, for those of you where it's just been a few days, a few weeks, maybe a month or two, anything over that, like, I'm not encouraging that type of stuff on my channel anymore. There's communication here. There's communication, but you're also being told here, look at things very carefully with the Page of Pentacles. It could be maybe you need to think, you know, does this person truly deserve a second chance? Because I feel like someone was abandoned cruelly here cruelly abandoned. Maybe there's a need to heal. You did have Temperance in the first reading. In the first spread that I did for you. There's still, I feel like you really want this relationship to work out no matter what. You've got the Lovers, which can represent the sign of Gemini, but it also means that you want this. Like, this is what you want. Even if this person ghosted you, abandoned you cruelly, there's going to be communication. Page. There's a lot of communication around you, but you're being told, look at this very carefully, because there is a burden here. There is some type of heaviness around this relationship with your ex. Again, it's a general reading, so it's not going to apply to everyone. Some things will apply to you. Other things, you probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But again, there are 3 pages, so there's strong communication with your ex. I feel like it would be a good idea. It's time, if you want a new beginning. This new beginning could be, in the cards for you in the month of January. True soulmate energy. In the first spread, you had the soulmate card. And then you have it again here with 2 new beginnings. Ace of Wands, which you have here. And also the Ace of Cups. I feel like this person is definitely doing a lot of thinking about you. Kind of reflecting on perhaps taking you back or communicating with you. You're just being told here, look at things very carefully. Does this person truly deserve a second chance? Let me get a few more. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus about their ex for January 2020? 5 of Swords. Messages for the sign of Taurus about their ex. 4 of Pentacles. Sun. So kind of a weird combination of cards. This was one of the cards that came up, I think, in the first spread. It was at the bottom of the spread with the World. So this is holding on really tight to something or to someone, refusing to let them go. And I still feel that message is still coming up. There is a lot of positive energy. There's a lot of love for the sign of Taurus, but not if you're holding on really tight to someone that you know is not going to come back. This is an ugly message that's coming up again. Someone needs to hear this, and they need to hear it loud and clear. Someone from the past is not going to come back. You've got the 5 of Swords here. This is a bad decision. I feel like it would be a very bad decision, even self-sabotage, to keep holding on here. This is holding on to something really tight to someone you know is not going to come back. Because it's been months or it's been years. This is just going to be self-sabotage when really there is a lot of positive energy around you. Let me see. Let me get another card. Final message for the sign of Taurus about their ex for January 2020. Yeah, Knight of Wands. This is going after what you want. So for many of you, you will be able to work things out in the month of January. There's just a lot of relationship energy here. Soulmate card. For many of you, there is something that needs to open up. But this Knight of Wands is going after what you want. You've got 3 pages in this reading, so definitely communication is encouraged. Maybe you've been afraid to reach out. Maybe you feel like they won't talk to you. Communication is the key. Okay, Taurus, this has been your love reading for January 2020. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again next month.